Okay.
Over here, by the plant.
And like,
He's gonna think the plant's talking to him. This is great.
and he like looks over and he's like, buddy, I didn't know you could talk. Why you sound like a girl?
I'm not the plant. I was hoping you'd come over though. This is Texas. I'm invisible right now.
All of Texas?
Well, not all of Texas.
Oh my god.
A person. I technically lived there for a very short time. You met me.
I don't need to know your backstory. What do you need?
Well, there's a group of people.
No. Go through the entire bed.
A lot has changed in the past 12 hours.
Good God, man! You have a dangle now. I'm not going to fault you for any sort of like thing that you went through. Your body has gone through a metamorphosis overnight. Please, it's fine. You do not need to apologize. And he just kind of looks at you and puts a hand on your shoulder and just like.
You got a dangle.
Like, all right, you were somebody who lived in Texas,
Right.
and then you
It's
took
not
the name
important
Texas?
though. That part isn't important. This is the important thing.
Why would you open with that if
No.
it wasn't
Well,
important?
I was just trying to introduce myself. Okay, so
Okay.
the important thing is there was a group in here, and now there's still one of them, but the others are gone, but they're coming back, and they want to kill us.
Are they from Texas too?
No, I don't think so. Maybe. But the important thing is they want to kill at least one, if not more, of us, and or do serious harm and damage. So, do
Okay.
you guys have rules or like a safe room?
No, we kind of play
Or-
it fast and loose here.
Yeah, I've heard that. So we should just kind of hightail it on out of here?
I mean, you could fight them. That'd be kind of entertaining. No,
Well-
right?
Am I bound to some sort of thing? I feel like the most responsible thing to do is to know, like, before you put on jewelry given to you by a god.
You feel like the most
Well,
responsible thing to do when a god
I-
offers you a gift is to be like, well, what
Well,
is
no,
is there a
thank you
user
very
agreement
much.
that
I
we
just-
need to sign here?
I
This
feel
is-
like
I mean, she's very nice, but this is no Banyan, the god of the lions. I mean, he's the king of the beasts.
And as Bubba walks out, he goes, "Hey, man, now I'm gonna get him, turn on. Woo!
Sorry, guys, that's Big Bubba. I know, how you doing?
And man, from artificial ball to share put stuff all the time.
You ain't fooling? Hell, my brother Cletus would love to talk to you.
Hey, man, I'm terrible. From 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they don't feel like pretty like people going in.
All right, now sounds good.
I'm just gonna cast in code thoughts to just pull this memory out for later. Someone's gonna want to study.
Are you always invisible?
No, I just did this because I was trying to be stealthy. It's not working very well. I can see
No,
that.
because you're still talking.
I know, I have learned my lesson. I haven't learned my lesson. I'm just going to put that out there. I'm going to do more stupid stuff. It just kind of happens.
Hello, everybody! Welcome, welcome, welcome! It is Tuesday night, and it's time for a little Dungeons and Dragons here on Indigo Chameleon. Thank you so I don't know why I started talking like Beetlejuice just there. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's take a second before we get into any announcements to wish the happiest of happy birthdays to our very own Maysay. Woo! Amazing cast. They're so beautiful. And actually, I'm going to do this. You're going to see a little like peek behind curtain right there. There we go. That's perfect. That's way better. We have a few announcements before we get started with tonight's game. We have a Discord. Come and join us there, won't you? We'd love to have you hang out with us and learn little bits of inspiration and things of that sort. Let's scoot this over just a bit, too. We also have a merch store. It's a lot of fun. So buy stuff from the merch store and help support the channel. Buy stuff like the cool t-shirt that Indigo Chameleon is wearing, and there's like mugs and a shower curtain, which is now in my bathroom. I don't know if you guys saw the guest bathroom today when you came in.
I was told about this magnificent
There are
shower
pictures
curtain.
in the
Not
Discord.
only is there a shower curtain in the bathroom now, but we got purple matching accessories for the shower
My
curtain
wife,
in the bathroom.
Indigo Chameleon, you're amazing. Yeah, it's fantastic. It's all of my dreams came true today. So that upcoming schedule for this week, we got a lot of cool stuff coming down the pipeline. On Thursday, we have the Lost Isle. We go back for another interlude, which is actually going to kick off with a combat session, which is kind of rare for our interlude. And we will discover, because they jumped through a portal and ended up at William's wedding with all those weird-looking creatures coming out. We're also going to learn the decision that Indigo Chameleon has made, whether she is going to play Texas or Etheria going forward.
I need help, I don't know. I may have to get Discord.
This
help.
isn't a choice. This is a huge choice.
This is fun. It's not fun. So join us on Thursday for that. On Friday, we have a one-shot, but kids, I'm not doing it.
Oh.
Like, I'm not DMing the one-shot on Friday. It's pretty great. Our very own Garrison is going to be DMing the one-shot on Friday. He's doing a cool piratey episode of one-shot, so tune in for piratey goodness on Friday. It's going to be a lot of fun. I don't think... maybe this Sunday? Is this Sunday Pen and Paper? I believe
Yes?
so. This Sunday is another episode of Pen and Paper. Join us as we
Is
continue...
this Sunday the 20th? Yes.
As we
Woo.
continue to take the the carefully crafted world of Curse of Strahd and ruin it. We just are not serious people. It turns out, anytime Indigo Chameleon and I get to play in the same game together, we are terrible. Just terrible people to have as players.
They are
Magic. So join us as we. It sucks to be you. You win. So join us for shenanigans. Strahd Shenanigans Sunday.
Stradnanigans?
Stradnanigans. It's just Stradnanigans. And I think
Copyright.
TM. Use it, but like, give me credit. And that'll take us back around to Tuesday. I think that's it for announcements. I think that's it for upcoming schedule. Does anybody have anything they want to plug? Anything they want to talk about? Too bad. No, go ahead. No, what do you got?
With regards to the last goal that we met for the stream points,
Yes.
I'm going to announce that I am the guest DM for the amazing.
Maysay is going to be the guest DM. He's handling. I'm taking my beautiful baby, my beautiful little Lost Isle baby,
Give.
filled with wild
Give.
magic, and I'm
Give.
going to yeet the baby, and he's going to. Oh no! Baby, no. So yes,
He's going to introduce Timo.
Look, I wasn't going to mention it now.
And Etheria.
Fairy's already in there.
Yes.
So funny story, guys, about Timo.
Well, folks, now seems like a good a time as any. Lost Isle is ending.
Season round.
What a ride it's been. Really, this is just the ups, the downs. You take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and then you have
The facts of life.
Great. So yes, but please tune in at a date we are going to announce. No, I'm kidding, Wolfram. Oh no, please stop crying. I can hear you crying from wherever you are. So stop, because I love you, and Maysay is going to do an amazing job. I'm grateful and appreciative and all that stuff. Plus, I get to be this guy for like a whole session. So. Whoopsie for me. So tune in for shenanigans. Not Strahd Shenanigans, that's Sunday. Once upon a time, in what?
What are we playing? What is,
Once
okay.
upon a time,
Woo!
in Wanderlust, an exploration of Wildmount. The crew took a little bit of time to wander around and get some bearings, get a little bit of the lay of the land. They went back and they visited their good buddies Dread, Wrath, and Beyond. Because they had promised to come back to them at a certain date. Dread, Wrath, and Beyond shared with them an unfortunate incident that involved their brother Ant, who was taken from them. He was on a delivery, bringing back a very expensive item to be used in potion making and things of that sort, and was unfortunately taken. They haven't seen him since. They dropped some subtle clues, which the crew took upon themselves and kind of ran with. There was also a trip to the temples to do a little bit of reconnaissance, to which Aelin replied with,
He's not Melora.
Dev was completely fascinated with the trip to the temples because it was everything he thought it would be, including subtle blackmail and and the passing of money and bribery. So, welcome to the temple. The rest of the crew, by the rest of the crew I mean Alatrion, Zerafina, and I believe it was Aelin, went over to visit their friend. Meeting the likes of Silt, and we're having a conversation with an individual inside of the domicile regarding a bunch of things. When he brought up a mention of an organization. Anybody remember the name of this organization?
The Myriad.
The Myriad. Yep. The Myriad was brought up.
Well, I took notes.
Yep. The Myriad was brought up, and that is immediately where we are going to pick up. With the adventure. So, Alatrion, Zerafina, and Aelin. After bringing up the Myriad and asking if you all are familiar with this.
No, what's the Myriad?
He thinks about it for a second and he goes, it looks like he's trying to choose his words carefully. He thinks about it and says, the Myriad is a collection of individuals who run an organization that operates sort of beneath the cracks of civilization. It's hard to explain. They were disbanded for a time. I know somewhat little about exactly how they operate. I know that enough of them have infiltrated the guilds, the various guilds here around the area, that things are becoming a little difficult to ignore. And Kana, when he says difficult to ignore, Kana references his face. Like, and just sort of like points at his face, indicating that some version of the Myriad was responsible for what happened to him.
Is this collection, like, would any of those words trigger anything that I would recognize from my travels?
Normally, I let you roll for this.
Yeah, I'm just asking.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
The Myriad is an organization that, you know what, you didn't run in the goodest of crowds.
I thought I did.
Give me a history check.
Okay, so red's back out. That was a 1.
That was a 1. You don't know anything. You haven't heard anything.
Okay, so what does the Myriad want though?
They're looking for objects of arcane power. Big objects. I didn't have any here, but my skills were asked to be utilized to help locate said objects.
Like manticore hearts, maybe?
He nods his head and he goes, it's possible. They were somewhat nebulous in terms of asking what they were asking for, but I mean, that could probably fit the bill. It sounded like they were looking for more weapons.
Any idea what they want to use them for?
I didn't think to ask.
Do you have any names? Any way to find out who these people are?
He thinks about it and he doesn't say the name out loud. So instead he takes out a piece of paper and he rips it open and he writes on the piece of paper, okay? And he holds the paper out to all of you, just sort of levitating the paper on the air with a bit of mage hand. Who's taking the paper?
I will.
Okay, you take the paper. The name on the paper is Dr. Waldorf Perryfeather. He is not a Muppet born.
Well, that was my next question.
Welcome to the Myriad. This way.
I'm not a puppet. I'm a king crown.
Not the crag, King Crown, okay? Yeah, but he goes, this was the only contact that I was given.
Okay, so that's not one of the ones that came here.
No.
Do they have any identifying markings? Like with the circus, we had a badge.
I think the whole point of it is no. They have been working with several other small guilds in the area, the local thieves guild, random bands of individuals. There's rumors that some of the cults in the area, that there are just figures everywhere that have infiltrated all of society. And he goes, I say this not to scare you. I say this just so that you're careful and you're aware. You're somewhat new, but seems somewhat capable. And for whatever reason, fate has touched you with the book, with other things. So just be careful. All right?
Thank you.
Yes. And Kana smiles and nods and things of that sort and says, are you staying someplace safe?
Safe enough, I think.
The hunters?
The Cedar Hearth and Home.
Yes.
Cedar Hearth and Home. That's perfect. They should keep you nice and protected. Yeah. Have you run into any sort of trouble yet?
Some.
Yes.
Oh.
There was a yellow-tailed dragonborn who came looking for me.
We
Decided that
believe the
needed
same
to
one.
talk.
Yeah. We believe the same one who came to see you.
He nods his head and he goes, that sounds familiar. I didn't see one, but...
Also, someone who looks like my brother attacked us and apparently has a whole slew of people that are also trying to attack us. Oh, I think we made a list of people to be assassinated, but that was just him and I. I'm sure there are others.
His eyes, even though they're cloudy and white, get a little wide at that. And they seem to mirror that of like the ferret out of his shoulder that's just going like this. Like, you're like, oh, there's also a list of people to assassinate. And then there's just a weird, he goes, I didn't see any dragonborn or encounter any dragonborn the other day, but I will keep an eye on.
Here at your house, you said that.
Give me an intelligence check.
Oh yeah, that's definitely passes. It's like a 17 plus.
He wasn't inside the house.
Oh. Okay.
You walked out of the house and you saw him standing.
I thought he was going in. Okay, he was outside the house.
The door was closed and you saw him standing, leaning up against the door as if he was like looking, but keeping watch, looking down the street.
So he was here. He just didn't come into your house.
I'm not sure. Unless he was in the room, I would have a hard time identifying that.
Right. Okay.
Just in case, do you or Kenna have any kind of magic that might alert us if anyone tries to get into one of our rooms?
He thinks about it, and he will take out the book next to him that you've seen it once before, and he will yell out for Silt, who will come back in, still looking a little bit surly from your earlier conversation. No, and Silt will stand by the doorway and lift a hand, and you will see him take the book out, and once again, the tiny mushrooms rise up and form like words and things of that sort. And he goes, I have access to the alarm spell. If any of you are arcane taught, I'd be happy to help teach that to one of you.
Oh, I'd love to, but I'm not quite there yet. I mean,
Okay.
Maybe I could come back?
Tell you what, he will take another piece of paper. And
I'm just gonna slowly pull out my book and be like, I can probably copy it in here until we're ready to use it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and he will take the book and blank pages in the book and things of that sort, but mark down that the alarm spell has been added to your spell book. I don't know if you have the ability to cast it yet. We have to talk about that. But the alarm spell has been added to the book. He goes, there are a few tinkerers here in the area that have set up in Beaded Alley. It might behoove you to get something a little bit more mechanical based. The more you split apart, the easier it is to infiltrate. So if you're all rooming separately, it wouldn't hurt to maybe have somebody just keep an eye on, just while you're in the city.
That makes sense. You've helped us so much. Is there anything we can do to help you?
Okay. Yeah, he thinks about it for a second. He thinks about it for a second, and he looks over at Silt, and Silt, they have the silent conversation that sometimes couples have, which looks to be an intricate series of like eyebrow raising and like head twitches, which makes no sense to all of you, but to them is a very intricate conversation between the two of them, where Silt, yeah, where you all are watching this conversation take place.
Just like, I've seen this happen before.
We've seen this happen on stream.
One of them wants to go home, I think. I don't...
What's happening? Silt will leave the room and come back in with a box. He will come into the room and he will open the box for you all, and inside you will see what looks to be potion vials, or vials filled with liquid in them, and a small pouch that's about this big, okay, inside the box. And Silt shows it to you so you can see what it is, and he takes it and he takes a special cloth out, puts it, and you see this shimmering sort of magical aura to the cloth. He wraps the box up and he goes, if you could head over, there is a club here in the city called the Liar's Lament. If you go find Asan at the club, she is a bartender there, and if you could deliver that, that would be a huge help to me.
Asan?
Asan. Asan is a friend, and you just ask for her. She is human. She's got big, frizzy red hair. And he laughs a little bit, and he goes, if you just bring this to Asan and tell her that it's from me, she'll know what to do with it.
Thank you.
Okay, no, thank you. And he will reach forward and just very gently grab your hands to Zerafina and just kind of give them a small squeeze. And when he does, he would feel the passing of magical energy from him to you as he casts the spell. I believe it is called Fortune's Favor.
Fortune's Favor.
Yes, Fortune's Favor. He passes Fortune's Favor to you. So he is imparting upon you a luck point for the next hour, okay? So essentially, when you make an attack roll, an ability check, or a saving throw within the next hour, you can re-roll the d20. So he just
just once.
Just once.
Okay.
But it's only there for the next hour.
Okay.
As he passes this spell over to you with Fortune's Favor.
Thank you. I can't help but think that, I mean, and I know that you were helpful with the book, and thank you so much, that Daja had a reason for sending me to you. I mean, not just the book, but the time thing in general. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. And if you have any answers or ways to get answers, I mean, we're going to be here for a while.
He goes, come back to me. Every few days, let's sit and talk. And we can speak of time. It may help. I've learned many things in my travels in this world, but there is no greater magic than a listening ear and a kind heart. And he shoots a glance over to Silt in this, and he's like, perhaps she believed that when you're in a new place, that you needed a kind heart and a listening ear, and that was more valuable than anything that she could give to you. He goes, And he smiles at you. He goes, plus, I'm really good at magic.
Thank you.
And he will smile and nod. And
I can come with you and I can hang out with Silt so he can tell me all about Melora.
Silt chokes on the tea that he was drinking, spits up a little bit on his shirt, and he goes, "Yep, that's something that could happen."
Well, you said we shouldn't be alone.
I am regretting saying that. Yeah, and he kind of looks over at you and he smiles and come back anytime you'd like. Just not at night. If you come back at night, just be quiet. Just the kids.
Oh, the
sleep.
babies.
Yeah.
Yes. What are their names? I just have to know.
Silt perks up a little bit as you go. You ask the one question. He goes, "Well,
really, just me. I have.
There's
to
a little
know.
one running around. His name is Michael, and then there's another one running around. He's got the little red mark on his shell. He's Rafalso. You can call him Raf if you want to. The other one is Donnie.
Oh, the little blue one looks like a Leo to me.
Yeah, close. Leoff.
Oh, got it.
Yes. Yeah. And he goes, but yes, if you want to come by and hang out with the kids anytime you'd like.
Absolutely.
I will train these turtles.
One day.
I will train them.
This is the episode we find out Simon is actually a rat shifter.
That's not supposed to happen for another
Spoiler.
What?
Wow.
Yeah, all right, you know what?
You guys spend a little bit of time visiting and talking. There is a quiet, calming energy that comes from this house and being next to Cana. And you don't know what it is, but it's a good calming energy. Even when the kids are running around, which they do happen to wake up, as you guys are about to leave, there's a stumbling down the stairs as all four like turtles in shell just kind of like roll down the stairs and start running around. Radical. Yes, like, you still don't know what that means. So they start running around the house, and you see Silt is exhausted but happy.
We need to introduce them to pizza.
But you guys head back to the Cedar Hearth and Home?
Absolutely, I'm good with yes.
By the time you guys head back, it's I want to say late afternoon. You all head back and meet up with the other group. Aelin, Ulvar, Simon, Alatrion, Dev, and Zerafita, you all wind up meeting at the Cedar Hearth and Home in front of the hearth, no less.
I would be happy with sharing all of that information with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
All of that information is graciously shared. All the party members are privy to the interactions that took place and things of that sort.
He's blind, but he sees through the weasel.
That's what it seemed like.
Yes.
Yeah, all right then.
What did you guys find out?
Yeah. Well, I know where Gilsa is staying. Well, most likely. The Sapphire Crown, a casino in the city, offers rooms to VIPs. If he is part of the party responsible for abducting our little friend, we are likely to find him there.
So we're going to a casino.
It would certainly seem that way, yeah.
Have you ever heard any connection between Gilthar and something called the Myriad?
I have no idea.
I don't
what
want to
the-
say this too loud, but
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Myriad?
I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. I apologize.
It's just that Kenna said something about a group that collects magical items.
Does the Cobalt Soul not do the same thing?
Well, yes, but lots of places do, to be
I
fair.
am not saying anything against it.
It
The
was just
acquisition of magical items is a commonplace occurrence.
I mean, I like to collect them myself. Also, we should find out if the Liar's Lament is anywhere near there. Also, I'd never asked the spelling of Liar's Lament, so I'm assuming it's Lyre, but there's
I
always
doubt
a
this somehow.
chance.
I was thinking
If-
IAR.
Yeah. If it is Elias Lament, then they are said to be going in there.
It seems like a terrible name for a business.
I don't know, I'm kind of into it.
It also seems unlikely that there will be 2 liars' laments in the city.
There's also a good point.
Guys, we should go to Liar's Lament. Let's go to the good one. Let's not go to the
IAR or the YRE.
The downtown one is way better than
That's what I'm
downtown.
saying. Is I want to go to Alexandria this
You
year.
guys never should have franchised Liars' Lament.
Welcome to Liar's Lament, one of 60 locations here in Orthamont.
There's one in every corner, right next to the Starbucks.
Each spelled slightly different.
There's actually 2 at each gate on either side of the street.
Unrelated, I have a great business opportunity.
It's actually spelled Lairs Lament. That's a whole different business.
That's if you're southern.
Aelin cast PowerPoint.
Ding.
There is no safe.
Oh, great. Then I just fall
Okay.
asleep immediately. Got it.
All right, tonight? Now?
Tonight,
What time
all
is it?
fast.
What?
What time is it?
It's middle of the afternoon, so like, I assume that the best time to go to either of these places would, well, if we stop at Liar's Lament and then go to the Sapphire Crown in the evening when things start getting busy.
Are we going to the crown just like this?
I'm not.
But does this give us an opportunity to perhaps dress a little bit differently?
I like my clothes.
But would one establishment be different than the other, as far as the Liar's Lament?
If the champion is there, I imagine they have a higher degree of clientele.
So then we need to change our clothes.
Not necessarily. I think you're supposed to dress to the place with higher clothing expectations.
I don't have that. So
And my clothes are perfect
some
for
of us
here.
need new clothes.
Okay, so you want to go You guys
It
want
is
to go
strange
clothing shopping. Gotcha. I know.
Maybe-
I'm so glad this wasn't my idea.
80s shopping montage. No. Is Hambo nearby?
Hampo is pretty close by. Yeah, he looks like he's wrapped up in a book, but he's keeping it below the counter.
Okay, so I'll walk over to Hambo.
Oh, and he like closes the book really
Is
quick.
it Tusk Love?
Yeah. It looks like it's Tusk Love.
Yes.
It's smut. He just he closes it really quick and he goes, hello, what?
Does the cover peek over the counter? Have you gotten to this part where Captain Tuskus seduces a maiden on the ship?
I don't know what you're talking about. But if I did, yes, I am at that part.
Very nice.
May I help you?
We have to go to somewhere in the Gilded Esplanade.
Oh, where are you headed to such an affluent part of the city?
I forgot the name, but it's a casino.
Sapphire Crown.
Yes, the Sapphire Crown. It is a pretty remarkable place. I wish you nothing but the best. Please bring your gold with you. Pretty sure you need a stick up your ass and plenty of gold before they even let you inside the door.
This is an odd prerequisite.
He looks at you and he goes, I sometimes forget that analogies don't really work on you.
Odd prerequisite.
Yes, of course. But have fun, enjoy yourselves. Try to come back with some gold.
Is there a dress code?
Yes.
Would this be okay?
No.
So where do we go to get clothes that will work?
And inside Billy's like, damn it, damn it, damn it.
What does Billy love more than a shopping episode? A clothes shopping episode.
Followed closely by a musical episode.
You know what?
Just have an 80s clothing montage.
Let's steer into the skid, kids. He goes, well, if you want clothing, there's plenty of shops around the area, but are you looking for a place that's a little ways off the beaten path?
Yes.
You'll want to head to the 9th level.
The 9th level.
Ninth level?
Yes, the 9th level.
That's on the
Ninth
ground, y'all.
That's on the ground level.
Wait, do we just get 5 level ups? Because that's what I heard.
No. It's run by a rather engaging fellow, a tiefling, and it's all it's all hell and brimstone themed. But the clothing is remarkable.
Would you say it's hot couture?
I would say it's hot couture, and the theme is it's one hell of a deal.
Great.
Sounds
I
good to me.
love all
What would
of
the
this.
price range of their regular stuff be there before we go in and?
Embarrass ourselves?
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, you're asking hyper-specific questions to someone that runs an inn. I'm not quite
You can
sure.
say you don't know.
I don't know.
Cool.
Yes, I would say 5 gold, probably minimum there. However, he will buy your soul for clothing if you're interested in selling.
I mean, there's a good chance that if it's too expensive, we can ask him and he'll insult us while telling us.
I'll buy you something nice.
I have money.
Well, you were the one complaining.
Thank you so much for your help. Enjoy your book.
Yes, I'm not reading anything, but thank you.
Do you know where the Liar's Lament is?
I'm sorry, what?
Do you know where the Liar's Lament is?
Yes, it's by the docks.
Oh, that's not in the same area at all.
No, it's not. Seems like you've done some poor planning.
Don't worry, I can handle part of this.
Wait, and the 9th level is also not by the docks.
The 9th level is down a few blocks, and he will sort of toddle out from behind his little seat and walk over to the door and sort of point down the way. And he said, "Down the few blocks on your left."
Alright.
All right, clothes, docks, and then the casino.
Yeah, okay, so
Yes.
we could have part of our group go to the Lament and drop off whatever it is. I could take measurements and then go there, pick up outfit for everyone.
He's very good with clothing.
I would like to address it. I have never had a new pair of pants.
Yes! Why are you looking at me in such a fashion?
You know what? Absolutely. I'll be happy to go drop it off. You can pick out something for me.
Yeah.
Great.
Wunderbar.
This will be fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I will need to take measurements, so please hold
Hey,
me.
do you have any tools?
I have leatherworkers tools.
You have leatherworkers tools, absolutely. With a little bit of luck, you take. Who is heading over to the Liar's Lament over by the docks?
I'm going with her because I'm the one who asked if there was anything I could do to help.
Okay, I want it known before you head to the docks that this is a rough and tumble area. Like the bar fight bar is by the docks. Like so. You are splitting the party so that half of them can go to the rougher side of town, while the other half goes and buys some pants and shirts and tunics and.
They've got the healer and the dragonborn. They'll be fine.
You're right. It's going to be great.
What could go wrong?
Everything could go wrong.
They've got the face of the party with them.
Blast.
Maybe we shouldn't split up.
Is there a path that would take us by the clothes shop and then to Liar's Lament, or
Yes.
perhaps?
Absolutely. If you walked to the clothes shop and then left and walked directly to the Liar's Lament,
Yeah, we'd have to go.
the path would lead you there.
We'd have to go. We'd have to cut through the crescents, then go to the Esplanade, and then down the Larboard Light, and then we'd hit the docks.
Listen, I recently learned how to go invisible. We'll be just fine.
All right.
I have very little faith in this plan.
Don't like that.
I also don't like that.
This way?
Maybe we should just all go pick up some clothes.
Yeah, if you would like. This is fine. Okay, so we're going to. We're heading toward the 9th circle, Chief.
Okay. You head towards the 9th circle. After following the directions left to you by Handflow, you find your way over to the 9th circle. The 9th circle stands out pretty quickly from a lot of the shops here in the beaded alley, as you would see what looks to be a papier-mâché facade on the front of the building with 2 torches on the front that are essentially red bits of fabric that are being like blown upward as if it's not a natural
gust
fire,
cantrip
but, like,
underneath it.
Yeah,
I've
like
seen these
almost like
sconces
magically
before.
augmented. But this is what you see.
So much cheaper.
As you enter into the shop, you would see that the inside of it is really hot. Like it's just the temperature is very warm in here. You would see sort of stone and rocky outcroppings. One of the largest tieflings you've ever seen in your entire life comes forward. He is wearing a metal loincloth, like almost like a skirt, and he's ripped. He's jacked. He's got like a red. He's got long tail, and he's got 2 horns on his head, and he is holding a pitchfork, and he goes, "Welcome to the 9 Hells.
Hello.
How can I help you with your clothing needs?"
Yeah, we are heading to the Sapphire Crown.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah. So, hoping to meet an old friend of mine there. Reconnect. Was hoping to get something a bit more. More.
More I can do. I mean, yes.
I love the presentation, but please be honest with us.
Okay, thank you so much.
Of
Like
course, yeah.
it's so hard on my throat.
No, I understand
Like, but
completely,
the
yeah.
people want it. Like I just. Oh man. Okay. And he will go ahead and drop the enlarge spell and shrink down to just a more comfortable size. He's medium size, but he's
I
still.
like that better.
Oh, okay,
It's
yeah.
very nice.
No, personally,
Compromise.
yeah, personally, I love what you've done with this. The leather work on the skirt is very nice.
You need to stand out here at the beaded alley.
Of course, presentation is important. It draws the people in.
But what is the price range we are looking for?
Depends on what you have.
He goes, bargains.
I got 4 gold.
Okay, got it. And he will lead people over. Folks, I'm not going to go through the ways of like how to dress your character. However, I will say this. Depending on how much money you spend, that will sort of be the price point when you walk in. I will say rich and affluent people have a way of kind of like scoping someone out and being like, this person spent 4 gold on this outfit. Like, however, if you have outfits and things that you're looking for specifically, you can find that here. You also find a section in the back that's very costumey. So while traditional things are here, you would
There's
also
a Spirit Halloween in the back.
you would also find a Spirit Halloween that's set up in the back that's slowly moving forward as if it's trying to consume the store. And occasionally he goes back and like beats it down with a pitchfork. So tell me how much gold you're spending and what outfit that you are procuring here, or whether you're leaving that to Osmodius. Yes.
Uber's never had a piece of clothing that he hasn't made himself. So it is going to be flashy, ridiculous, and expensive.
Okay. How much gold are you spending?
Expensive amount of gold. I'm
Bro.
talking 10 pieces of gold, guy.
Okay. 10 pieces of gold. He goes in the back and he comes out with this like, let's go with the suit from Dumb and Dumber, but lime green. Do you know what I mean?
The tuxedo?
Like, the tuxedo.
Oh, Lord.
Like just a
Like, we talking like green flame blade green?
yes. Yes, just like and depending on how the light catches it, you would see like a shimmer or something in the material and stuff like that. But like, you look fly. You look fly. You feel like you look fly. You may not look fly, depending on.
This has to be ostentatious and gaudy.
He goes, for an extra gold, can I interest you in a monocle?
You want the monocle, yeah.
And he's just gonna hand over. This is a good thing. Yes, the monocle. Okay.
Yeah.
And he goes, thanks for all you spent. I'm throwing in a little something extra. I hope you don't mind. And he gives you like a wink. Okay. Don't be weird about it. And he gives you the monocle.
Yeah, so you will do this. You put the monocle on your eye and you hold it still like this.
Yeah. You put the monocle up, and as you look through the monocle,
wrong way.
As you look through the monocle, a couple of things in the store light up. The door leading out and the 2 windows leading out. There's also a door at the back of the shop that is slightly augmented. You realize that this monocle highlights exits.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
So if you walk into a space, you look, you're like, okay, I can jump out the window, I can jump out the door.
This is the case the joint lens.
Case the joint lens. That's great.
Got it.
That's great. But he augments it a little bit. So great. Who else is spending some monies? Yes.
Alan would look for just a simple black and white tuxedo that would fit over his armor.
This is gonna be bulky.
Hey guys, check. Yeah, you find a pretty.
That's a statement.
You find a pretty bulky looking tuxedo. Looks like it was made, but you're insistent upon like you want it to look good, and he does his best to mend and.
It's originally fitted for a Goliath. What will we do?
Yeah, but it just looks like you're Superman about to bust out at any moment. Great.
Could you make it look a little better? And I slip him 15 gold.
Y'all gonna pay a lot now.
Yeah. He takes the gold and he's like, yeah, I'll do my best. He is going to layer this tuxedo with a light illusion on it, so it does not appear as if you're wearing armor underneath. So take of that what you will. You have a bit of clothing that hides any armor, weapons, or anything like that, so you look like you're coming in blind. Okay. Okay. Cool. Yeah, and he seems ecstatic to have you guys walk into his shop. 4 gold. He works with some formal
I'm
robes.
doing like double-breasted, like a double-breasted doublet with a long, like both black, long coat over it, matching
Sure.
pants, some nice boots.
Yeah, you look good.
Simple but sleek.
Simple but sleek. Yeah.
I'm gonna be looking for something that's going to be middle of the pack for the casino.
Okay.
And if there's any magical bonuses to things, I'm going for them.
What are you looking for in terms of magical bonuses?
Just I don't know, just any magical augmentation that would make
He's got
it
a few things
better.
in the back. He's got a cloak of protection that has been augmented in a particular way as to look a little bit more affluent than other things. He's got a few belts in the back, but they look to be more just clothing that it has been like bits of magical items that he's picked up over the years that might have been taken in for trade and things like that. If you're looking to spend gold, he's got a few items that he keeps behind like a case. He starts looking around, and as you start making comments about like, hey, if you've got anything that you want to, okay. He does have for a few gold.
Okay.
Like he's got something called shift weave. Okay. Shift weave looks like normal nondescript clothing. It almost looks like a step down from what you're wearing. As a bonus action, you activate shift weave and you cause it to assume the appearance of any other set of clothing that you would like. You decide what it looks like, the color, the style, the accessories. The clothing remains that appearance until you use the property again. Okay. So until you do it, it has no effect on any armor that you wear. So like it wouldn't change anything. But if you wanted to wear the shift weave, he could set you up with that.
And is there like a cool down time between shifting how it looks?
No, it's just a bonus action to
going for that then.
Okay. What did we say here? Yeah, he gets the shift weave out and he starts taking some measurements on you. He says that it's about 100 gold pieces for the shift weave.
I give it to him.
Yep. He is extremely grateful, and he will ask you to. He asks for it back as you just pay it outright, like he's not expecting it. He takes it back a little bit, and he is spending a little bit of time working on it as well. And he's going to hand you a cane. Okay, that goes with the shift weave. The cane has looks like a regular walking cane. However, the top of it is this odd-looking, color-changing crystal at the top of the cane. Okay, the cane can be activated once a day, and it will give the wielder of the cane a +5 to persuasion checks, as it will like shimmer and glow for a second, and it kind of draws the eye towards the cane.
I appreciate it.
Okay. He does let you know though, with the +5 to persuasion checks, okay, that the side effect is once that fades, like they're laser focused on you. So it's almost like pay attention to the cane, pay attention to the cane. This person is not enamored with you, but they are focused on you. So what that means is stealth checks are going to be at disadvantage for the next hour, because you're standing out above the crowd. High risk, high reward. Okay? Cool. Yep.
Here I was going to look for an outfit that was extra persuasive. Well.
What sort of extra persuasive are you looking for?
As the only female in the group, sometimes it might be nice to look a little fancy.
He has another shift weave that you can buy for the same price, but that is it in terms of them. He's got two.
Oh, no, I don't want the shift weave. Besides, I can't afford it.
Okay.
So, just something nice, I guess. Maybe even a little sexy,
Okay, define sexy. What is the outfit?
I don't know. I get a lot of I get pluses to my charisma checks, and so I would like to be able to just assist in that department if we're going to be in a
Some
casino. But, we'll just go for a little tight fitting and a little, something that would
Asmodeus.
fit the mood of a casino.
Asmodeus.
Yes.
Think the sexy librarian, yeah?
Okay. He will.
I spend a lot of time in libraries. I think that's why he says that.
He will think about it. He will think about it for a sec, and he goes, "Okay, yeah. I mean, I've got this over here," and he goes, "It's pretty expensive." And he will go in the back, and he will come back with a circlet. The circlet is beautiful. It's got all of these like gems inside of it and things of that sort. He goes, it's fairly expensive though. It's around 3,000 gold pieces.
Oh.
But when you wear it, you are way more persuasive than you ever were before. So while the cane gives the wearer a once a day little boost, this gives you a permanent +3 to all persuasion checks.
That's lovely. I'll have to come back in, 3 or 4 years.
Yeah. Do you want to rent it for the night?
Oh.
How much would it be if it's a rental?
He goes, I don't know, for a rental for the night, let's say 20 gold.
Oh, I could do that as long as you put in a box and then do that thing.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yes.
Here you go. Yeah, put your hand on the box.
Right.
Put your hand on the box.
Okay, got it.
I've always wanted to do that. Yeah, and so he rents you the circlet of persuasion.
Okay, that's a thing in DDB.
This is a 3.5 thing.
Oh,
I don't know
got
if
it.
it's
Okay. So
trans-
just what are the stats on it?
You have a +3 to charisma-based checks.
Okay.
All charisma-based checks, not just persuasion, for the evening until you bring it back.
Okay, thank you.
Cool.
So it's 20 gold, and then probably another 5 for the outfit?
Yeah,
Okay.
you do a 5, and yes, go ahead and dictate. I would never begin to think
Yeah,
what
no.
Seraphina thinks.
Whatever women would wear at this sort of a casino, he would probably know.
Cocktail dress.
We're guessing
Pick a
cocktail
color.
dress kind of thing.
Yeah.
Let's go cobalt blue. It's
Cobalt
gotta
blue.
be blue.
Yeah, you find a beautiful cobalt blue, and Seraphina
Yes.
looks stunning. Absolutely stunning. Anybody else? Yes.
Dropping 7 gold on the outfit.
Okay, 7 gold.
It is a blood red crimson with gold piping.
Okay.
Primarily hand wraps, a vest, black shirt, black trousers, and boots at a high gloss.
High gloss boots. Yeah. He hands over the outfit to you, and it has fun with it too. He gives you these boots that seem to be just super shiny. So after spending a bit of time with Asmodeus, the king of savings and hell, he sends you on your merry way. Yes.
As we leave, Osmodeus, do you know of a post nearby?
What do you mean?
A place where I might send a letter.
Oh,
or,
you need
or a small package.
Yeah, you need a courier.
Do you know where I might find one?
Most inns, taverns, things of that sort. Like, hi, thanks for the raid, gang. We see you over there. I don't know, that might be a little late to the party for that, but hey, welcome. Game Stabber and Brosen Monarch. Thank you so Bronze Monarch. I'm an idiot.
No,
Bronze
Brosen.
Monarch. Brosen. What's up, my Brosen?
New name, Brosen Monarch.
Hey, welcome, Raiders. And Captain, good to see you, pal. He goes, you can find him at most taverns and inns and things of that sort. Heck, at the casino, you'll see him lined up.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. What are you sending?
Just a package to my brother.
I can take care of that for you if you want to. I've got a few things I need to send out.
Okay.
I think we got this.
Oh, he looks over at you and he nods his head and he's like, "You got this."
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh crap! I forgot. Does anybody want to sell their soul?
I appreciate it's offer, but I'm
Oh,
still using
I
mine.
gotta do that before you guys buy stuff.
Mhm.
Damn it! That's on me. Have a hellish day.
And use the same.
Yeah.
I head out.
Yeah. Hellish.
Just reveling in the nicest clothes I've ever worn.
Yeah. Everybody looks great.
And we're wearing them out?
I
You're
am.
wearing them out, man.
I'm wearing mine out.
You're wearing them out.
We all walk out, and then it's like, hey guys, maybe we shouldn't go to the Liar's Lament today.
No, you should not.
Maybe we should wait until we've.
Maybe an after job.
Then we probably need to drop off the little chest thing.
Yeah,
So that
might be.
we don't bring it with us. Also, I should have said this before. I'm going to make sure that ring of mind shielding that I'm wearing is invisible. It says you can make it invisible with an action.
Oh, you put it on.
Yes.
Cool. Great.
Just check.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Well, he hadn't been made aware that we had put on any of the items that Creepers gave
I
us.
was waiting for somebody to be like, oh yeah, I put on the ring of my... Like, you guys talked about who has
Okay.
the items and stuff.
I didn't
So you
realize
put the
I
ring
had
on?
it. So now that I have it. Okay, cool. Yep, I put it on.
Aelin's
fun.
also wearing the necklace. I said it before we started tonight.
Necklace of Adaptation looks good. It looks awesome. The Ring of Mind Shielding, there is, you put it on and there's a little bit of time where you make the ring invisible and you would hear, hello?
Hello?
Hello.
Oh, now I'm reading more about it.
Who is this?
Oh, hi, Zara?
Sarah.
Who is this?
Oh, this is your Uncle Crayfus.
Oh, Griefus.
Yeah, was?
Are you saying all this out loud?
Yeah, are you saying this out loud?
Probably.
Okay, immediately surrounding Zara.
Yeah.
Just staring pointedly. Was, are you saying?
You're in the ring?
I imagine you've just gotten the box, and one of you has placed the ring upon your finger.
Yes, that was me.
And
Obviously.
I'm sure this has just happened merely seconds ago.
Now I'm reading the last paragraph, and this makes a lot more sense. Okay.
I can't imagine the questions all of you must have.
Can we all hear the voice or just Zara?
Just Zara.
Yes.
Okay.
It was a little while ago. I mean, not seconds, but like days. 4 days. 4 days. Yes. Recently,
Sarah, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm a little confused.
Uncle
myself.
Treefus is talking to me through the ring.
Huh?
Is that you, or is that like your
it's-
energy?
No, it is a reflection of my mind. I was unfortunately wearing the ring when I passed on from this world, and so I've managed to be placed upon it, inside of it.
Oh, so I can talk to you whenever I want.
Oh, well, I would hope that at some point after us having a suitable goodbye, you could destroy the ring.
Oh, you can't just. Obviously, it seems like you don't want to be in the ring, but you can't just vacate the ring and then I can.
Does he know who killed him?
Oh, do you know who kills you?
Why are you saying all this? Big toots.
There is
pushing him back
there
towards
is a
Zero.
weird as like individuals are walking past the affluent people that are like gathered around like a woman wearing a beautiful dress, and he goes, well, I'm a little hazy on that particular part of it. I know that it was a group of individuals looking for that very dagger that I left in your care. They demanded it very, very forthrightly, and I did not hand it to them.
I won't say that out loud right now, but I'll say it later.
Okay, all right. It sounds like you have things to do this evening. This was mostly the DM planning on you to immediately put on the ring upon opening the box. And so many of this conversation, much of it could have been done at a previous time. But here we are now in a crowded street.
Maybe your players have a little bit of PTSD about putting on random rings that they find.
Yes, that's what that could be. I think. All right, well, it is good to hear your voice. How is your brother?
He's very good. I mean, he's cranky, but that's how he usually is.
Is
I'm asking about you.
Yeah, I got that.
Yes.
Is Aelin there?
Aelin, yes, Aelin is here.
Would you
Say
place-
hello, Aelin.
would
He
you
can't
pla-
hear you.
Would you place your head against his head?
Place my. Okay.
Your forehead to forehead.
Yes, I place my forehead against his forehead. He said to do this.
It is a little thing that he would do with you anytime you were lamenting your family and things of that sort. It was just it feels like a very at home gesture.
Are you done? Is this how long should I do this for?
Perfect.
Thank you, Zara.
Okay,
Can you
good?
can you ask him?
Yes.
Why did he look human to me?
Why did
How about we have this conversation back in private?
Well, like you and I are pushing them back towards
yeah,
Zero.
but now we're trying to stop the conversation until we get there.
No, I support this.
Is Simon there as well?
Yes.
Don't say anything at all. Just walk up to him and punch him in the face, please.
Okay.
See if he dodges it.
I walk up to him and punch him in the face.
Give me an attack roll at advantage, please. As Serafina walks up to you and she just goes, hello, and bam, and like throws a punch
And
at
as
you.
soon as I do it, whether it misses or not, he told me to do that.
Happy birthday.
Oh my gosh, I rolled a nat 20 and a 19.
That's funny. It hits. There is a
Tracy, could you give me that Nerf gun, please?
there is a punch It hurts. What is your strength modifier?
Oh, it's not very good at all.
It doesn't do any damage to you. Here's the good thing.
Yeah, it's a -1.
You see Serafina looks shocked, but still walks up to you and just sort of punches you in the face, and you're taken aback by it. And then he
To
says,
be fair, that wasn't me.
"Repeat after me.
Yes.
Attacks can come
Attacks can come
At any moment.
at any moment.
Yeah.
Wasn't that fun?
I'm stepping
Is that
farther
word for
away.
it?
heading back to the Cedar Hearth and home."
I'm just like, oh god.
You all head back to the Cedar Hearth and home.
When we get
Everyone in the
into
same
the
room.
Cedar Heart and Home,
Yes.
just want to give him one of these right to the shoulder.
Why?
Attacks can come at any time.
Immediate counterattack.
Not at advantage. I think he's expecting it now because this was a Creepus thing. Attacks can come at any time, and it was. I imagine it because I watched a little bit of Pink Panther growing up. Like I imagine it as the Pink Panther's buddy that comes in. So I need an attack roll, a regular attack roll.
Sure.
What did you get?
An 8.
Okay. You see him creeping forward, and he's like. And he comes forward and he's got this weird look in his eye. So I'm going to give you a chance to hit him before he hits you.
I'm pretty sure that would break your AC. Yeah, that's a 21 to hit.
That hits.
So you come forward, and he's pretending like he doesn't see you creeping forward. And then it's just like tiger uppercut. Like it's.
I'm just gonna stop just under his chin. Just,
yep.
It's any moment.
It seemed like something that a friend would do to another friend, so I just thought that I would go for it too.
Pat him on the cheek.
Please don't hit me if you think we're friends.
I'm just gonna.
Don't
gently
worry,
pull
I've
out a
never
dagger
thought
and
that.
just sit there.
The dagger in your lap.
Yeah, I'm just like,
I kind of want to keep the ring because I could just like punch him at any time and blame it on Creepus.
Any of y'all.
Okay. You want to go? Let's go. Training mode right now.
Stabbed.
yeah, this is any moment apparently.
You keep that up. We'll see how that goes.
Elatreon sleeps with a dagger under his pillow the entire campaign.
Headcanon accepted.
All right, you head back to your room. Everybody crowds into a room at the Cedar Hearth and Home. Yeah.
Okay, there were several questions. First of all,
Sure.
do you know who killed you?
No.
Do you have any clue, any hint?
What did they look like?
It happened very quickly. The room was swamped. There were a few individuals
The room
that
was
I
a
saw.
swamp.
It was a gentleman, a human man, long black hair that seemed to be tied back in a bit of a braid. He was flanked by another individual that seemed to be a orcish gentleman,
I'm conveying all of this as it happens, just so we don't have to repeat it all.
very large. And we had gotten into a simple argument regarding slave trading, of all things, and I couldn't keep my mouth shut.
So they just got mad at you? This wasn't.
Attacks
Somehow I
can-
just pictured this
attacks
was
can
a
come.
long planned, terrible, not just a
Dear,
fluke.
this isn't a game. Not everything is well planned and thought out. And
It just
some
seems so
immaculate.
pointless.
Of course, it sometimes happens that way. Hello, Arcani. Yes, no, it happens. I was quite old.
We need to ask him some more important question.
Yes.
Why he looked different to you two as that he did to Aelin and myself.
Oh, that's a good question. Okay, so why did you look different to everyone else than you did to us?
That was after the first time that I had passed, dear.
Oh, you died once already?
Hmm?
I didn't know that.
Yes, I passed on, and thanks to a very good friend of mine who brought me back, but it was in a form that was a little odd for me.
He came back odd. He says he was regular when he was like us, and then he came back like you. Odd. See?
Wait.
Makes sense.
I knew him first.
How many times did he die?
How many times did you die?
Just the once.
He
The
just died
second one
once.
seems to have taken.
So he looked like a human first, and then like one
What?
of you.
Is that true? You looked like a human first, and
Yes,
then
I was born human.
oh.
What?
I
What
just
is?
always assumed. I guess I didn't do
My
the
dear,
math.
there
I'm
is
very
human
disappointed
blood
in
in
myself.
you.
So you call me odd?
No. It was odd for me. Imagine waking up every day and looking in the mirror and seeing one thing, and living the rest of your days looking at something else.
Hang on a minute, though. Wait, but Dev looks like you.
I'm sure he does.
Is that a coincidence?
I'm not sure. The world is full of coincidences. All
Because
bits
you're
of
not
magic.
related as far as, I mean, you are, but like, you two look a lot alike for it to be a coincidence.
Who was? You can hear this like deep sigh. He goes, "Your mother was
Yes,
a tiefling,
like me.
yes,
And like him, but she looked like me.
what was your father?
Human?
All right.
Wait, alright? You say that like, maybe not.
No, in the sense that
Because my mother looked like me, and my father was human, right? He was human? Our father was human.
Yes, Dad's
Yes,
human.
Was Creefus your
was
uncle on your dad's side?
Creefus is your father's brother, and when he came back, he was reborn as a tiefling.
Right, looking exactly like my brother.
I don't believe it's entirely impossible that the infernal blood lies along the other side of the family as well.
I'm just gonna lay back on the bed with the dagger on my chest and just like,
He's
doesn't
yes.
concern me.
Alatrion has checked out.
If I were to guess, if you track your father's side of his family back, you would find other tieflings that look remarkably similar to Diff.
Right, I just always assumed he looked like Uncle Griefus.
And so he did. It's the second time he came back.
Well, he did eventually.
This is what they said.
It's just the wrong way around.
Wrong fit. In any event. Your
You've got some
bias...
deep- Sarah's got some deeply rooted prejudices. That we're
Your
gonna have to work
bias
out through
against
this
humans
process.
aside.
All right. Well, that all being said, is there anything else that I can help you with?
Well, is there anything else you need to know?
No.
Oh, except you want me to give up the ring.
No, I wouldn't mind. I have lived
Every
a good
part,
life.
Well-
every part of Creeper should deserve to rest.
Can't you just... Wait, when did you come back? How long ago?
What year is it?
I'm so bad with years.
Not the best person to ask
Yeah.
the chief.
What day is it?
What day is it? I've lost track. Somebody who's better with calendars.
It is the 20th of Horizon.
It's the 20th of Horizon?
Oh, yes, well,
Yes.
there are many facets of my life that I had kept secret from you and your brother and my dear Simon and Aelin as well. So, and I apologize for that. I hope my letter found you all well, and
We would have seen him growing up, though.
Yeah.
So this would have happened a long time ago, like 30 plus years.
Well, he knew Aelin, so
Or 20.
give me an
odd
intelligence
years.
check.
18.
The timetable
plus-
doesn't match up. The timetable doesn't match up. What he's telling you, it doesn't match up here. Something's wrong. Like the death thing is a very good cover up for something that he does not want to speak about.
So what's the dagger he wants us to destroy?
Okay, so I hate to hold you hostage in a ring, but tell us more about the dagger, and also this whole time thing seems really wibbly wobbly. And as a person who's recently gone through a lot of wibbly wobbly timey wimey things, I'm just a little confused.
Somewhere a man in a trench coat and red trainers has sneezed.
He thinks about it for a second, and he goes, "The dagger is a very powerful weapon.
Yes, well they wanted to kill you for it.
Do you really want to know?
Yes.
You are currently in possession of one of the vestiges of divergence.
Ooh. I don't know. I lost my voice. I don't know what that means.
Are the vestiges
Vestiges
common knowledge?
of divergence.
Okay.
Would I have ever heard of this?
You would not.
Probably got the best odds,
You might.
considering.
You do have the best odds here. So give me a history check.
Are you relaying most of what
Yes,
he's
yeah,
saying to us?
everything I can.
Okay.
I am Oh, but I'm really good at history.
Is this at all related to the Pantheon at all? I just have to ask.
It is.
Okay, so I get advantage on any history or religion check involving the Pantheon.
When he says vestiges of divergence, you can go ahead and give me a history check here.
They're both 16s.
They're both 16. I'm giving you what?
History. Wait, that's an intelligence base, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So 15.
I'm 18.
Okay. A brief summary. This is what you would know. The Wars of Calamity. Okay? When the Calamity Wars happened and made their way across Exandria, a lot of magic was given to or bestowed to heroes by gods, okay? By patrons and things of that sort. A lot of these weapons and items, when the heroes eventually were buried with them, beneath like layers of just all of the detritus and things of that sort. Now, through some archaeological digs, some findings, some grave robbing, and things of that sort, some of these vestiges have made their way back out into the world. They're weapons of great power because these weapons grow with their wielder. Almost as if they are a being that grows with the person as they grow.
So why would we want to destroy it? I mean, I don't want to sound power-hungry or anything, but it seems like it could be a really useful thing in the right hands.
Depends on which god it was forged by.
Which god was it forged by?
One of the big ones, honestly. We don't want to get into the hyper specifics here of which of these great heroes wielded this particular weapon, but
It feels like you know, but you don't want to tell me.
He stops and give me a persuasion check.
Okay, this is my first roll on this one. That was a nat 20.
Everybody out of the room.
Yep. See ya.
Oh no.
I'm taking my glass.
That just happened.
Oh
It's been nice knowing you.
Good job.
Crap.
Al was the only one that did it right.
No, Austin did too.
Right here.
Goodbye, friend.
There is a long, deep exhale from this ring that is speaking to you, and what you recognize to be Crephus. And he goes, Dear, I may have told a tiny fib to you.
Yes.
The weapons of divergence are wielded by heroes and are known of great renown, and it should be used in the fight for good in the times of Exandria. However, other weapons were forged during this time.
Yes.
These weapons were called the arms of the betrayers. These were sentient weapons forged from the souls of the fiends by the betrayer gods for humanoid champions. They work similar to the vestiges of divergence, but they are each inhabited by a powerful force. Knowledge is dangerous, Seraphina. Incredibly so. It is a curse. And you, having worked for the Kobold Soul, would know this.
Yes. So it's evil.
It is. But for every person that knows that's another individual that could let slip what exactly it is, you damn them, or tempt them, or potentially goad them into using this weapon for nefarious purposes. Everyone who I have told what this weapon is has died in protection of it. So I leave it to your care. If you wish to tell them, that's fine, but this weapon is cursed. I have never been more convinced of it in my life.
Did you use it?
For a time.
So it gave you great power.
But at a cost. I began to forget what it was like not to have a second voice in my head, influencing me subtly, pushing me onward to do terrible things in the name of the blade.
Oh. Unlike me having a voice in my head right now.
Correct. Which is why I wish you to destroy the ring, not only to set me free from whatever hellish existence it would be to live in a ring, but so that you can forge your own path.
Right, couldn't you help us on our journey?
I could.
At least until the sword is destroyed.
But it wouldn't be yours. My time is done. There are still secrets of my life that I wish to keep just that, secret.
How do I destroy the ring?
I have left instructions for you. In the note.
Oh, the same way as the dagger?
Oh, the ring. Sorry, dear. You can... A strong fire should take care of it. Bring it to any sort of smelter, they can destroy it.
Can I have until tomorrow? Just because you know how when you talk to somebody and then later you think of like 10 questions that you should have asked them and
Of
then...
course.
Okay,
Of course.
just in case I think about other things.
Yes,
Plus,
absolutely.
I miss you.
I miss you too, dear.
Also the wibbly wobbly timey wimey thing that doesn't quite match up.
It doesn't.
But you're not going to tell me, are you?
A man in his lifetime will lead many lives. Some of them in tandem with the one that he is living, and some of them that he wishes to hold on to like a small flame until it itself dies. I didn't die. There is no reincarnation spell that brought me back. But I will say this. Being Crephus was the highest honor of my life. And while I may not have known some of you as deeply as you knew me, it was a deep pleasure to watch you grow.
So I guess, does it even matter who you were originally?
It matters in your mind. The lessons that I left for you, the times that we spent together. I watched over you in my own way.
Maybe. I mean, if you chose yourself that looked like my brother, maybe it felt nice to have a family member that looked like us. I mean, other than Mum. We kind of stood out in the crowd.
I will leave you with this if you promise to destroy the ring.
Yes.
Take it off. Don't carry me with you, but take it off and leave it behind in a room until you destroy it. If you have any last minute questions, you may do so.
Okay.
Crephus, the name, was a title.
You're not going to tell me what kind of title? You know I'm going to ask. I'm going to go around and I'm going to ask and ask and ask. And if it could be dangerous...
He goes, imagine an individual that lives many lives, too many lifetimes. But instead of passing on and going into the next life, the memories are passed to the next Crephus. We are archives. We still are allotted time to live our lives. There may be several Crephuses alive during a particular time, but we share the name. Crephus is the title.
So is there another Crephus out there?
There probably is. But I remember spending time with you. I remember spending time with them. I remember teaching Simon the ways of fighting. I remember
being close to Aelin.
Do all the Creefuses share the same memories?
We do.
So if there's another Creefus out there, he or she, I don't want to assume, will remember this right now?
They would.
It's really confusing, but thank you.
It varies.
Okay.
And that Creefus may want this back. This knife.
Oh. Oh, now I see. Okay, thank you.
Yes? Alright.
Okay, I'm going to take it off.
Alright.
I'll probably see you tomorrow or talk to you right before I destroy it, but I'm going to destroy it. Okay?
He shakes his head yes.
Okay. And I'll take it off and put it. Is that trunk still there? Oh.
Voyager? Voyager.
Mm-hmm.
The slug.
Yes. Yeah. That's exactly where I was going.
That goes through and like
trills.
The trills.
That's what they
where
are.
It's one person and they have their own sort of like unique thing, but the memories are kind of shared between them.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yeah. But it's almost like there's several trills out there, but the trills can share memories, but they have different hosts.
But all feed into Creefus.
But they're all connected somehow.
Now
with several
imagine
different
one
hosts.
of the trill gets infected.
Okay.
They grab this
They
weapon,
all
they
want
get
that
the
sword.
voice.
Or that dagger.
They want the dagger. Because
Okay.
this guy goes, I know a way to do it. If I die while I wear the ring, the infection part stays behind in the body, but my brain goes straight to the ring.
Okay. Cool.
Okay?
Got it. Thank
Got
you.
it. Okay. Let's call everybody back in. We're getting into some high concept D&D stuff, gang. Thanks so much for tuning in and joining us this evening, for everybody that's hanging out and watching. Come on in. So kids, as you come back into the space, come on in.
So do we meet your backup character now?
Zerafina is dead.
Hi, so my name is...
Damn it.
Well, Zerafina is gone. Welcome to Sarah.
Sarazina.
Zerafina's talking. She's very bubbly and stuff like that, and she's sharing all this information with you guys. And then Zerafina stops talking. Zerafina.
This never happens.
Zerafina.
Are you okay?
Wow.
Zerafina is cognizant. She's still breathing, but she's looking over at the group, and she's got this worried look on her face, as it looks like she is engaged in a conversation, but is not sharing the information with you all. This happens for a few minutes while she is just, looks like she's absorbing, and then in a sad form, Macbeth is sleeping on the bed, takes off the ring and puts it in the chest.
Yeah, can I even put things in the chest by myself, or do I need to get
You have to
everybody
get the
involved?
group to open it,
Okay.
but you just put it on the nightstand next to you.
Okay. I need to put the ring away, and I need to destroy it.
That was his wish.
Can
Have
we
a
put
chest.
it in here?
Aelin, please.
Touch the chest.
If we think of any more important questions before we destroy it tomorrow, we can ask them at the last minute, but we need to destroy it.
Is he stuck in there?
We gotta release him. We also have to destroy the dagger.
It is what he asked of us. I'm
Yes.
fine with this.
So.
Eladriel's on
Give me a
board.
sleight of hand.
Al is.
Cool.
Al is not on board.
You open the chest, you place the ring inside. Cool.
All
Everybody still looks feeling fly as hell.
I got my
Okay. So, to the casino?
Sapphire Crown, yeah.
Electric. Before we go, you said that we've got it?
What do we have?
And I'll hold up a small letter. I wanted to give this to my brother Benane Freak.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, I know we can take that. That's fine.
Okay.
We'll stop on the way. That's fine.
Okay.
And I'll just
Do you need
find.
Do you need to know what's inside of it, or?
No, you can send me a private message.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good. You want to tell me what you're doing? You wanna?
We're gonna stop somewhere where I would know a decent courier is. Somebody who's trustworthy.
Sure. I would say you find somebody that you worked with in passing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You drop off a little bit of coinage. It looks to be like, do you share with them that like, hey, what's going? Like, is there a sense of familiarity? Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it looks like Elatrion knows what he's doing. As you guys leave and you start heading towards the Sapphire Crown, Elatrion spots a courier. He stops into another inn or tavern alongside the way, and they have a quick conversation, and you see them embrace, and just do it like it's great to see you, and then he nods over at you, Aelin, and you see this individual immediately leave the space and get on a horse and start heading off.
Okay, I'm typing up what's in there right now.
Yeah, absolutely. The rest of you, do we start heading over towards the Sapphire Crown?
Yes.
Welcome, one and all. As you begin to make your way into the Gilded Esplanade, the first thing that you are hit by is the clientele of individuals that you start seeing before you. The rough and tumble streets of Port Damali that you are somewhat used to and that some of you have run in circles with, no more. The individuals there, a lot of the shops are a little cleaner, the roads are a little cleaner. In fact, the first thing that you notice when you get over to the Gilded Esplanade are two guards that are stationed as members of the Clovis Concord that, as people walk past them and start to move past, they essentially just eye people over to see if they are of the right clientele, like the money, to see, like, they kind of raise their eyebrows at the suit, but then immediately sort of turn back because they go, like, nobody that doesn't have money would wear something like that. Do you know what I mean? It's ostentatious. But had you not done that, you notice a few other individuals that just sort of try to sneak in with a group of individuals. The guards stop and and sort of push them back. A few individuals that are begging, leading up to it, like have their hands outstretched and are asking individuals for money. Of those that are leaving and entering through this gate into the Gilded Esplanade. But you guys all walk in fairly decently. The first place that you walk past is the auction house. There is no auction going on this evening, but the auction house is huge, just in grandeur and status. It is a black obsidian building that looks to be more long. It almost looks like this longhouse that goes along the way, and it looks like it could fit a group of individuals. There are no auctions going on, so it's boarded up pretty tight. There is a private guard that seems to be walking the auction house alongside the roof, making it very known that they're alongside the roof. Walking around the auction house, you would spot one, and over by the door, the entrance in, you would be able to spot a guard that looks like it's part of a private sanction. They are not wearing the colors of the Clovis Concord. Okay? The shops that you pass are affluent, a lot of things along the lines of wine and alcohol of high mark. You see a few individuals that are selling magical items that look very rare indeed. You're welcome to go into any of these shops that you want to. Or we can head straight towards the Sapphire Crown.
Does anybody need anything?
I would go straight to the Sapphire Crown.
You head straight for the Sapphire Crown.
Where we're headed.
Yep. The Sapphire Crown is big, kids. The Sapphire Crown is a very large building. The building itself has these beautiful white columns out in the front that are not supporting anything but just sort of formed around this fountain that is right before you enter into the Sapphire Crown. It looks like a place where individuals can just kind of hang out and sit. Once you walk in through the big palate, like the two double doors that open up, you would see a front desk. And by front desk, I mean it's more of there's a few individuals that are sitting behind the desk. You see a blonde woman who looks like she's busy talking with people and sort of glad-handing and things of that sort. And you would see a human man who is bald and has these not tattoos along the head, but it almost looks like scars that have been dug deep into the skin and almost run divots in the skin. Like it's this
below the butcher level divots?
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like almost it's just it's like trenches that he has made in his skin, and he is behind this podium
as pit boss guys.
Well. The second floor, you would notice that there are like stairs leading up. There's people that are eating and enjoying themselves in this little bar. But tucked away, if you're looking at the desk, you would see stairs leading up towards where the rooms are, you would assume. And off to the right, you would see the Sapphire Crown. The Sapphire Crown looks to be a large one main room that has several games going on. There is this thick, heady smoke that comes out of the room as individuals are smoking pipes and things of that sort. You're hearing your exotic smells and things of that sort. Alcohol, you can even smell it in the air as when you walk past this spot, and it's like, this is a place made for whatever vices that you would like to experience during your time here in Port Tamale. There is a poster advertising a show this evening put on by the in-house entertainment known as the Fire from Heaven. The Fire from Heaven just has this image of individuals of different makes, women wearing sort of slinky clothing, and surrounding a gentleman that looks to be blue-skinned, with fire surrounding him, and he's just sort of standing there as the girls are all like around him. So there's some sort of show advertising the Fire from Heaven. It looks like these posters that are put up in the lobby. But this is what you see when you walk in. The casino's off to your right. There's a front desk where it seems to be a few individuals that are gathering around this gentleman that has the divots, and this blonde woman who seems to be glad handling and smiling at everyone in the casino.
I'm going to be keeping an eye out for anybody in that blue, white, and gold outfit that Gilther and his entourage wear.
Perception check, please.
Cool. Not bunnies. 7 total.
7 total. Yeah, you don't spot anybody currently in this meeting area, but this is the entryway into the festivities and things of that sort. So, but as you walk in, you don't spot anybody wearing that outfit.
Okay.
Uller is sliding over to Elatrion. I trust that you are more comfortable in these sorts of environments than I am.
Probably.
Do you think that you could perhaps help me try to navigate this discourse?
Sure.
Got a gambling trainee.
I was like,
Who is this for? The party or me?
That's for you.
Oh, okay.
Are there people walking around with drinks on trays?
Not here in the lobby. This lobby seems like to be, of all places, a hub. All right.
Okay.
So people look like they're heading up to the desk to see about rooms. There's a restaurant off to the side that's serving like, bare bones food and things of that sort. But nobody in this area looks like they're.
Do I see the area where that's happening?
You do. You would
Is
see.
that where the games are?
That is where the games
Aelin
are.
has
That's
started
where
walking in that direction.
Yes. All right.
This is that, hey guys, you're in the coat room still kind of deal.
Yeah.
I should have asked, did we have enough downtime back in those rooms to count as a short rest, or did it not?
I will say yes. From here on in, we need to specify.
I should have specified. I didn't even realize that I was down a spell slot from the last session.
Comprehend languages to read the goblin.
Right.
We're gonna
so
need.
it's okay if I'm not. No.
No.
I'm good. I'm not gonna-
Hang on. I'm going to say this because other people may. I don't think anybody was down hit points or anything like that. But
I was, but not by much.
From here on in, let's specify. Hey, we're going to take a short rest.
I absolutely
Yeah.
yes.
I want to take a nap.
I want to take a little nappy. Yeah, absolutely. Aelin, you just beeline straight for like, hey, like you walk forward and that
One
way.
eye is a gold coin, the other eye is like a frothy trust. Like
Sure. When you get over to the area, a woman will turn around who's had her back turned, and you would recognize the blonde woman that you saw over in the other direction. Like behind the desk, you would see her identically turn around as she is greeting people that are heading in. Hi, how can I help you?
Hi, I wanted to have a drink and maybe play a game.
That's wonderful. Are you a guest of the Sapphire Crown?
Do I need to get a room?
We do ask for a bit of payment for those that are entering into the casino that are not staying here at the inn.
How much?
Well, if you would like to rent a room here at the inn, I'm sure that we could accommodate. There's no big fight tonight or anything of that sort, so just be 7 gold pieces for a room.
How many does each room sleep?
She looks at you and she goes, depending on how many people you want to pile into the bed.
How big is the bed?
Oh gosh.
Pretty big. We offer companionship if you're interested in.
Oh, I
such a
have
thing.
companions.
Oh, you do. Where are your companions?
I'll just turn and point.
Not hearing any of this, right?
No, you see Aelin talking to a blonde woman and he's smiling and her right eyebrow raises, and then Aelin just goes, "Yeah, that's sea bass over there." Like he just turns and points, and you see this woman looking over and she's counting the group. She's going 1, 2, 3. Perhaps a suite would be more accommodating to you and your group.
How much is the suite?
Sure, we could come to some sort of agreement. How does 15 gold sound?
Well, you said I could fit as many as I could put in the bed in a room for 7 gold.
I did say that, but our beds are not quite that large.
That's a shame. I was going to spend a lot more money in the casino today.
When you say more, define it.
Well, I have a lot more than 7.
How old are you?
30.
Great. Why don't you get one of our regular rooms? The 7 gold should be fine. And if any of your party wishes, they can sleep on the floor.
Okay.
Very well. Why don't you head over to the front desk, please? And bring your 7 gold there. That will gain entry for you and your party.
Okay, so I will walk between the rest of the party, put 7 gold on the counter.
Yeah, not saying anything. Aelin walks back from over where the front door is, and the blonde woman goes, "Hi, can I help you?"
She said I should give you 7 gold for a room so that I can go in the casino.
Wonderful. And please enjoy yourselves. And she'll take the 7 gold and slip you a key. She goes, "Your room will be on the 2nd floor."
Thank you. And then I'll turn and walk back to the casino.
While Aelin is doing all of this, what is everybody else doing?
Leaning into a Latreon.
Watching him do this, and I go, well, it's a really good idea. We have access to the upper floors now.
Looking
I don't say that out loud, but I think it.
Still looking out for the outfits, looking for like the ampersand that was on the picture.
Okay.
Stuff, just anything that might lead us to.
Sure. I'm gonna say that perception check was a collective. Like this is what
Yeah.
the collection of your skills
Yeah,
looking at
that's
the area. So
all I've been doing.
Until the environment changes.
Of course.
Yeah. But Aelin has secured transportation for you all into the casino.
I guess we're gonna follow.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Sapphire Crown Casino, kids. That smell of smoke and exotic, like sort of pipe weed that you've been smelling gets a little bit stronger as you see this wide open area that is filled with gambling tables. But not only that, around the outer edges of the room are small alcoves composed entirely of what looks like pillows. And it looks like they're just tucked all the way around the way. There's like these little booths and little paths that you can rent where the curtain can be drawn across this little booth area. You see men, women, tieflings, gnomes, humans, elves. You see all manner of creature. If they can be found and they have the gold to spend it, they will be found here at the Sapphire Crown. Individuals are bringing what looks to be exotic, like hookah type devices, plates of food, trays with drinks on them, all spread throughout the area. You would spot 4 more of that blonde woman. Walking around, looking identical, wearing the exact same clothing that she was wearing before, walking around the area, glad-handing with individuals, shaking hands, and just talking with everyone. There are 3 games that are currently going on right now. One that involves a set of cards, which looks a little bit intricate. One, which is a dice game that any of you who have traveled enough would recognize this dice game, but it looks like they're playing it for somewhat high stakes. The name of this dice game is Avandra's Favor, which you would all recognize. And there's another game that's garnered a crowd. You can't see what the game is, but there is a big group of people that are tucked away almost at the back of the building, but everybody seems to be cheering, and occasionally you'll hear like, the sounds of a crowd.
Going there.
Okay.
Yep, I'm steering him over with him.
Okay, 2 of you head that way. Everybody kind of like like explodes into this space. What is everybody doing during your time here? You're headed over towards this game that's garnered a crowd around it.
Yeah.
Something fun has to be happening over there.
Yeah?
Aelin would grab a drink and head towards the crowd.
All right, you just grab a drink from a random tray.
Yep.
Strong and sweet, my dude. You find a passing person who just, they don't even ask you for gold. They just, you know, they're walking around with trays of drinks.
Mystery game.
Mystery game? In the back? Or there's dice?
Whatever's
There's...
the crowd. Like, I want to figure out what that is.
I'm walking the floor, just kind of memorizing where everything is, kind of getting my bearings.
Give me investigation here. You're trying to memorize the paths that people can take and things of that sort. What are you doing?
Oh no, I steered him with me.
Oh, you're steering you four are headed towards the mystery game. You're drinking, heading towards the mystery game.
Yeah.
You're studying paths.
14.
And I'm keeping an eye on him because if he's going off by himself, I want to keep an eye on kind of where he's going.
You stay close. Occasionally, you'll see individuals that try to beckon you over towards playing the dice game. A couple of individuals that beckon you over to play the card game. It looks as if a few individuals are looking at you over the booths and just kind of giving you the, like, there's plenty of seats here. It just seems like people are drinking, people are smoking, people are playing games, and it seems as if the more they're drinking and smoking, the weird thing happens, they're spending more money. People are tipping, people are gambling more, people are telling stories. Like, it's where Cedar Hearth and Home had this feeling of like, we'd be doing this anyway, even if we were at home. This feels like,
we're putting on a show.
F it. I'm in Port Damali, I'm going hard. Like, I came here to drink and forget. I want to have the most memorable night of my life that I will never remember. Okay.
What happens in Damali stays.
You guys head over to the back corner while the two of you are starting to map things out. You see that Def has a very analytical approach to this. He's looking at things, and you see him like concentrating on people. This person's walking here. There's a path that the servers are following.
Oh, I'm gonna be annoying. I'm sorry.
But Dev is studying that. While Dev is studying people and trying to keep an eye on the patterns that they're following, what are you doing?
So what are you seeing? What have you noticed? I'm asking lots of questions. It's probably really annoying to him. Sorry, not sorry.
Watching the people, just getting my bearings here.
Okay, you looking for exits?
I mean, those aren't really hard to find.
Well, no, but like secret exits or rooms off to something that's mysterious or hidden or very expensive.
Well, if you're going to be chatty, why don't you tell us what you were all quiet about earlier?
Oh, probably not in this big room full of people. But absolutely later.
Okay.
You guys spend a little bit of time walking. People heading over to the corner. The four of you head over to this area, and there's a big group of people. Like I said, all sort of gather around. It takes you a little bit. You're intimidating presence. You can sidearm and shoulder arm. You would honestly, you're a little taken aback by what the fuss is about. Before you is what looks to be an ordinary rectangular table with two people sitting across from it. One is one of the largest men you have ever seen. Not in muscle, but in fat. Like this dude. This dude is so big, he is shapes. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, he is just, he's sitting there and he's got a cadre of individuals behind him. There's a woman that's sort of rubbing his shoulders, trying to get her hands in there, but he's sweating profusely. His hair is in this comb over that's kind of like, he looks greasy to the touch. But before him is a very large pile of gold. Across from him is a woman who looks skinny. She has elven ears, so she's got half elf features. But even amidst all this, even though her gold pile is smaller, she's got one gold piece that she's twirling between her fingers. And occasionally will go like this, and the gold piece will disappear, and then like twirl it between the fingers once again. And she's just kind of looking across the way at him. Above the table, written in the air, is the word consequences, which you can assume to be the game.
This is interesting. I'm gonna watch around and see how this is played.
They stare at each other, and the crowd is just like talking. You see side bets going on and things of that sort. And there's a moment, and she goes, You make the drink and I'll drink it. And everybody stops and turns to the man. And he kind of smiles a little bit and he goes, I have a weapon. You use it on yourself. And he'll take a big pile of gold and push the gold forward. And she looks at the pile of gold, and she looks at the crowd, and she kind of goes, like, gives them like a, well, what do I do here? And the crowd's like, do it! Do it! Come on! And she...
I'm gonna offer like a nod on this one. Just
she makes eye contact with you and kind of gives you a wink, and then stands up out of her chair, and the crowd goes nuts. The guy reaches down to his side, takes out a dagger, and flicks it across the table. It goes sliding across the table and crashes into her pile of gold. She starts breathing. Taking these deep breaths in, almost like in a hyperventilating state, and people are just like crowding around, they're passing gold back and forth. She takes the hilt off the dagger, and she holds it. And takes a deep breath in and closes her eyes, and the crowd goes silent, and then she just stabs herself in the chest. It looks like she's aiming the spot carefully. She stabs herself with the dagger. She begins to breathe really heavily as whatever's on this dagger is particularly laced. She will pull the dagger out, and you would see these black veins appearing on her skin. And she smiles, puts one hand on the gold, and falls face first on the table. She stops breathing. The two individuals come out from around the sides, two blonde women that look identical, pick her up by the arms, carry her off. And he will snap a hand, and as he does, you will see a mage hand go across the table, float in the air a little bit, and scoop the gold that was on her side of the table closer towards where he was. Welcome to the game of consequences.
all right.
Is this normal for a place like this?
I have no idea. But it is an intriguing game of cards. You could stand to walk away quite a bit if you play your cards right, so to speak.
You two are walking around and studying the area.
I'm actually interested in the lookalikes.
Hello, I'm Judy. Welcome to Bossing Say.
I'm going to, I don't know, see if I can see if it's like something magical or if they all just happen to look alike.
How do you do that?
I don't know, just looking at them.
Keen observation.
Sure.
Just like...
Sure, give me an investigation check.
Keen observation to the points of physical differences.
That's 19.
You spend enough time walking around the area, and it's freaking weird, man. She looks exactly the same. It's not an illusion because you see her shaking hands, patting people on the back. Same height, same mannerisms. You see at one point one of them sneezes, and across the room another one says "bless you." You know, you don't know how she heard it, but she did. And the other one kind of smiles and waves, and people don't seem to think anything of it. But these individuals seem to be making their way around the space. One will come into the space, another one will leave, but now that you're looking for it, the 4 that you spotted initially, you realize that count was off. There are 7 total in the space. Now that you are making the rounds, there are 7 of them.
Are there any of them that don't seem particularly busy?
Yeah. Any of them look approachable. And in fact, you see as if they, I don't want to say the word programmed, but overly so. These people are wanting to speak and talk.
All right, I'll go up to one
They
there.
are geared toward hospitality.
They are geared towards hospitality. Yes.
I'm specifically looking around as we're walking around for someone who kind of matches the description of the person that was in the alley. They had said short human, like dwarf height person, gold outfit. Someone who might match that description. There may be a lot of people that match that description, but I'm seeing if there's anybody who kind of stands out.
Perception checks, please. as you're just kind of spotting around the area? You're
17.
With a 17 in one of the darkened corners, kind of tucked away from this game where I said there's a lot of like pillows and stuff like that. It looks like somebody co-opted 3 of these booths and kind of turned it into mega booth. Okay? And you would spot individuals of different makes wearing the gold and blue outfit. You have no idea what it is, but they're all kind of wearing matching color schemes. At the center of this is a man or a dwarf holding court. He's speaking, he's drinking, everything he says is so funny. People just love it. Like people are bending over backwards because this guy has got to be the greatest guy in the world. He is that man in the old beer commercials. You know what I mean? The most interesting man in the world. Like, and he radiates confidence. He does, and he's in the middle of this area, sort of holding court, as men and women bring drinks to him, will like twirl their fingers in his hair, bring him food and things of that sort. And he's just, it looks like he's gregarious and telling stories. At one point, he waves his hand too hard and he hits one of them in the face, and you hear blood starts pouring from the individual's nose, and he just laughs. And this person just kind of smiles and nods as like blood is pouring out of their face.
Have you indicated that you're going to go talk to this girl?
No, I'm peeling away from you to talk to the girl.
Okay. I'm going to go over there and try to be charming.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Cool. You head over towards that corner. You head over to talk to the girl.
Yeah.
What do you say?
So how many of you are there?
Hi. A simple hello would be good.
Hello.
Oh, hello. What's your name?
Dev, what's yours?
Dev, it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Celia Walsh. I run the casino.
Okay. Are they also Celia Walsh, or?
They are.
Duplication spell, or?
Well, we're skipping a bit of the foreplay, Dev. However, I will just say that we're all Celia Walsh. I can't give away all my trade secrets, or you could start your own casino.
Can't fault me for being interested.
No, I can never fault anyone for being interested in me.
So, where do the most important people around here hang out? Is it in the big pit with everyone crowded around that pile of gold?
No, that's showy. That's for the locals. They hear a loud noise, they want to go in there. When you say the very important people, Dev, I think you're a very important person.
Oh, what gave it away?
Well, you're in my casino. You have my attention. What wouldn't make you the most important person in the room?
I don't know.
Are you looking for a high rollers area?
I'm looking for important people that might be good to talk business with, perhaps.
What sort of business, Dev?
High-paying jobs.
What sort of work are you interested in doing?
Ones that pay good money.
No qualms about morality or things like that getting in the way?
Depends. I can be persuaded.
Interesting. She'll think for a second. She goes, I may have a few individuals that I could point in your direction. We'll start small. How about that?
Okay.
All right. Dev, I'll send one of me to come and get you when your meeting has been arranged.
All right.
All right.
Nice to meet you.
It was very nice to meet you, too. Who was the girl with you?
Oh, that's my sister.
Oh, what's her name?
Zara.
And both of you were staying with Ayla?
Yes, apparently.
What are the... perfect. You know what? We'll leave it at that. I will send someone over to speak with you, but I need you to understand something. If I'm putting myself out there for you, and you're using this for nefarious purposes or going back on your word to me, you're betting against the house.
And that's a bad idea. I'm not stupid.
Dev, the house always wins. And she smiles at you. She says, go, enjoy, drink, have fun. The night is young, and so are we.
That is true.
That is very true.
I'll head to the rest of them.
Yes. She will whisper over to one of the people holding drinks, and the person holding the drinks will sort of stay close by you, making sure that if you wanted anything to drink, they are making the rounds. Let's cut back to the game. The table is set up, this body is dragged away.
I believe that I might be able to play this game.
You think that you are able to match this man in courage and fortitude?
Perhaps maybe in a bit of wit. My bow, perhaps, is mine.
Yeah?
No
I
one
would
else's.
love to see you do this. This would be very entertaining. You have my full support.
What about you, Lation?
You think you can do it?
Galen puts down the drink that he's just finished and picks up another one. You should play.
I mean, people are playing the game, so. And
No, it's just the big man at the table. Nobody else has sat down across from him.
And Ulver is going to sit down.
The crowd looks over as Ulvar goes and sits down at the table.
Lime green tuxedo.
In a lime green tuxedo. And you see the gentleman who's having a conversation, who's just kind of standing in front of these sacks of gold, looks over at you, and he raises an eyebrow and just kind of gives you a little nod. And he looks at the spot in front of you.
Well, how much of it should I put down?
As you say that, everybody around you starts laughing. And you hear the man himself just go, "Somebody get this guy out of here."
But I could play the game if you wish, but I just don't need to know how much to put down.
It takes gold to play.
And gold is something that I have, hence the reason why I'm here.
Then put it on the table.
And he'll just grab like 10 gold and he'll put on the table.
He looks at your 10 gold and just sort of rolls his eyes and takes a little stack of 10 gold and puts it in front. And he goes,
"What do I do now?"
You offer a challenge.
I will hand you my bow. You must try to keep it away from me.
He thinks about it for a second. $20. You take the bow out. And you try and hit me.
Hit you with my bow or with an arrow with my bow?
An arrow.
All right. So we'll get 10 more gold and put on the table.
Okay.
Is it just right from the chair and just...
Yeah, give me an attack roll.
Sure, okay. With the bow, that is going to be... What is that? 14 plus 8 is 22.
Okay, 22 would normally hit. However, the arcane shield comes up in front of him, and like the arrow hits against the shield, and he just kind of laughs over at you, and he goes. He sends the mage hand sort of floating forward to grab your 20 gold and bring the 20 gold closer to him, and he looks over at your face.
Ulver is going to look down at his boots, like as in like he dropped something on the floor, just to look beneath the table.
Okay.
Can I see the other person's knees?
Yeah. You
Ahead
can
of
see
me?
their knees.
Okay. So Ulver's going to hold his bow down on his lap. Would it be this guy's turn, or was it?
No, he's won the game, and everybody's just sort of laughing and enjoying the moment.
Ulver's going to put down another 20 gold.
Okay. You have everybody's attention.
Says I could do it again.
He goes, he shakes his head no, and he goes, "Shoot yourself."
Myself.
And he takes 40 gold and puts it on the table. Shoot yourself.
Okay.
You put 40 gold out?
Yep.
Another 20? Boom. Okay. Take the bow.
So he's going to pull it out. Ulver's just going to drop his hair down to the ground and shoot the ends of his hair.
You're going to shoot the ends of your hair?
Yeah, just a tip. Just.
Okay. I need a strength saving throw from you.
Okay, that was not a roll because that was in the... Okay. That's gonna be a 15 if it's just a straight saving throw.
Straight 15. The chair is shifted. As you go to like shoot the arrow at your hair, your chair is scooted up a little bit and the arrow comes down like this and it hits you in the chest, not the hair. Roll damage.
With the bow?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, actually, that's not damage. That is going to be 12 points of damage.
Yeah, 12 points of damage. You guys watch as Ulvar takes an arrow to the chest. A little bit of blood starts leaking out on this green tuxedo. And everybody just starts laughing. Big man included. And he goes, double or nothing.
I have so much health.
Double or nothing.
You can take the gold and you can walk away, or you can try to double your fortune, man.
I already got 40 gold. It's pretty good.
Look, if you're getting out, I'm sitting down. Real talk.
Aylin's getting more and more drunk and also ready to sit down.
All right. So.
Okay.
Yep.
Takes 2 glasses.
Yep.
Puts them on the table. Pours wine pitcher. Takes his ring, unscrews it, puts a little bit of gold, or puts a little bit of powder from the ring inside the glass. Takes the cups, puts them under the table. Looks like he shifts them back and forth in his hands underneath the table. Brings both the cups up, puts them on a spinning tray, and gives the little spinning tray a spin as the 2 cups go around and around. Until it stops. 2 cups, identical. I'll say cup 1 and cup 2.
Okay.
Let me make a roll.
Which
Great.
one has the not good in it?
Okay.
No juice.
He goes, 80 gold. Drink.
All right, so he'll put his 80. Like, is it another 40 on top?
No, you
of
say
it?
double or nothing.
Okay, then yeah,
like-
yeah, sure, yeah.
Okay, you're drinking?
Yep.
Okay. Give me a. What cup are you taking? Cup 1 or cup 2?
How are they oriented? Are they oriented this way?
One closest to you, one furthest away.
Clearly, I cannot trust the cup.
Okay,
You
exactly, because yeah. So I'll drink the cup in front of me, but that'd
We
be a
just did
fool's
this one
choice.
shot.
Yeah. Well, right in front of me.
Everybody's making side bets. Are we making any side bets? People are passing money back and forth? No?
It is because this is what you're doing in a place like this, yes? And he'll grab the one in front of him and then just.
Con save.
That was not tasty.
Easy, Chief.
That is a 6. That was a 6.
How much?
6.
2, 3,
Oh no!
It's been nice
No,
knowing
that's
you.
a lot.
4.
He's got a lot of
As long as
dice.
he doesn't go down to negative 36, he's fine.
It's been fun.
Heal. I can't get to you. Heal.
It's
Oh no.
R.I.P.
It sounded a lot like more than 6.
Yeah, there's a lot of dice.
12, 19, 22,
Oh, yeah.
27, 35, 36, 37, 45 points of damage. As this poison hits your system, it hits your system hard.
Word. That
Okay?
hits.
You out?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uvar
Boom.
takes a drink, face down on the table. 2 individuals get up.
I'm gonna grab Ulvar by the wrist, pump my 4 points of healing into him,
Okay?
and toss him to Aylin,
Okay?
and then I take a seat.
Ulvar is sick. You are sick. You are sick. Like you are beat to heck. 4 points of damage is fine. Right now, your hit points are currently at half of your maximum for the
Okay.
time being.
Yep.
Okay? You have those 4 points pumped into you. Your strength modifier has been knocked down to a 6. Your
Okay.
dexterity modifier has been knocked down to a 6.
Oh.
You got it.
Okay?
ouch.
And you have 2 points of exhaustion. Okay? All right.
Did I win?
Not even close. A fine effort.
Okay. That being said, you have a seat in the chair. Okay. As we cut back to the other group. Okay. The other group, you guys are walking around. You're having a conversation with the blonde lady. You're heading over towards this large crowd in the corner, right? Craig, what are you saying? What are you doing?
I'm doing that subtle, like, immerse yourself into the crowd, look for the joke, and laugh, kind of squeeze my way into the crowd. It's probably terribly awkward and awful, but somehow she might get away with it because she's kind of charismatic and also has that circlet.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and because our Wi-Fi just went out, just so you know, if you try to refresh anything, our Wi-Fi has just gone out.
Oh,
so
fun.
I'm doing everything on my phone right now.
Okay.
Yay.
Heard.
So, this, I love these dice. Oh my gosh.
Yes, you're welcome.
Oh, that's very good. You said it's a performance?
Yes.
So that's a 27.
27. You fit in with this crowd? Great. It's always these like roles that like they matter, but like you fit in. You fit in with the group really well, and people are just sharing the stories of this guy, telling about stories of fighting in the arena. The stories go on and on and on. None of them really speak out to you, like depending on how long you stay there, until he talks about how he beat the shit out of a dragonborn outside of the temple. The dragonborn was 8 feet tall. He had like these huge wings. He was breathing fire, and like he walked up and punched this baby in the face, and like and he just walked over, basically body checked the dragonborn, and then the dragonborn had this sidekick with them, and it was this this emaciated monk that was walking on crutches. The monk came forward and took one of his crutches and whack, tried to slam it into his pectoral muscle, but he flexed so hard that the monk's crutch broke on the pectoral muscles. And he's going off and off on this wild story about this very weak fighter and this 8-foot-tall dragonborn. Yes.
Am I nearby and do I hear this?
You all have gathered around and have just been swallowed into this crowd that is watching this game.
So I do hear this.
You don't hear this.
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay.
But after a bit of time explaining, yeah, that's the story. And he stays on this for a while. And the Dragonborn gets bigger and bigger. The monk gets weaker and weaker. At one point, the monk gets so scared when the crutch breaks that he pees himself a little bit. And he's painting this elaborate tapestry that people are confirming. I was there. I saw the whole thing. Like,
really, you did this?
He'll stop and turn to you, and he goes, "All right," and he'll pat his leg for you to sit down on his lap.
Oh, well, I haven't had a drink yet, so.
What's your name?
It's Kara.
Kara.
Yes.
Kara, if you're hanging out here with us in this group, you need to pay homage to the king. And he'll pat his leg once more.
Oh, wait, are you the king? What's your name?
Everybody stops and looks at you.
I'm new in town.
Are you?
Yes.
Well, I'm the king. That's all you need to know. I'm the greatest fighter that ever was or will be.
Really?
Really?
I'm gonna break this dwarf like a toothpick.
The greatest?
I am.
What battles have you won?
He will use this as a jumping off point to describe some of his great battles, and he will continue onward. He talks about his auspicious days where he was trained. It was him and his teacher, and he goes, and he starts talking about, he actually ties it back, and there was a monk. And it was the same crippled monk that was hanging out with the Dragonborn, and everybody oohs and ahs because he's tied the stories together. And he goes, and then he tells the story of how he outgrew Crefus and says the name out loud. And so one night, he got really drunk. And he and his buddies went to the bar that Crefus was at. And he paid his buddies to go up to his teacher and break a bottle over his head. But the teacher didn't get up.
Oh, crap.
And the last thing that was said to him, as the teacher was laying on the ground bleeding to death, was attacks can come at any moment. And as he says that, there's a drop, there's a punchline, and everybody just burst out laughing.
I'm gonna fake a laugh. I know I'm gonna have to roll deception because it's not real.
Deception at disadvantage, please.
Yep. Oh, but I'm really good at deception right now. That's an 18.
Yep, you laugh. You laugh around, and you almost have to bite your lip, and it starts to bleed a little bit as you're realizing a little bit of what's happening.
And I make an excuse about needing to go get a drink.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to head off to find them.
Cool. And with that, that is where we are going to end tonight.
Spent the entire time early on looking for these guys, and you stumble across them.
That is where we are ending tonight's episode. We're going to pick back up again in the casino, where we're trying to learn a little bit of information about what happened to Ampersand. And discover the true whereabouts of them. I'm actually going to go do a raid for you guys, because we've lost Wi-Fi and all of that stuff. So I'm going to go lead a raid real quick. We're going to go raid another channel. I've actually lost as well, so I hope we're still streaming. But yeah, we love you guys. We'll see you soon. Indigo Connect, and we'll talk to you soon.